I stared at my once pristine wedding dress, now stained with red wine that formed an almost perfect line across the bodice. The $8,000 hand-beaded masterpiece I'd spent months saving for lay ruined in my childhood bedroom just 3 days before my wedding. My sister Amanda stood in the doorway, empty wine glass in hand, wearing an expression that wasn't nearly apologetic enough for someone who had just tripped. "Oh my God, Sarah, I'm so sorry," she gasped. But something in her voice seemed off. Maybe it was because I'd grown up watching her perfect performances, or maybe it was because of what I discovered on her phone last night. But I didn't believe her for a second. "I'm Sarah Mitchell, 28, owner of a successful photography studio, and until 10 minutes ago, the proud owner of my dream wedding dress." Amanda, 2 years younger, and our mother's undisputed favorite, had never quite forgiven me for getting engaged first. "What happened?" Mom burst into the room, taking in the scene. Her eyes widened at the dress before turning to Amanda with an expression I knew all too well, the one that meant she was about to solve everything in Amanda's favor. "It was an accident," Amanda sniffled. "Right on cue. I was just coming to talk to Sarah about something important, and I tripped." "What important thing?" I asked, my voice steady despite the rage building inside me. I already knew the answer, had known it was coming ever since I saw the texts on Amanda's phone last night, when she'd asked to borrow it to call her boyfriend, Kevin. Mom's face lit up. "Oh, Sarah. Kevin proposed to Amanda last night. Isn't it wonderful? Both my girls getting married." "Wonderful." Right. Just like the text I'd seen from Amanda to Kevin. "Do it tonight. Sarah's dress fitting is tomorrow." Perfect timing. I glanced at the security camera hidden in the vintage mirror on my wall, the one I'd installed after my veil disappeared last week, only to reappear miraculously when Amanda found it in her car. The camera had been recording everything for the past hour. "Congratulations," I said flatly. "When's the wedding?" Amanda shifted uncomfortably. "Well, that's the thing. Kevin's got this amazing job opportunity in Europe, but we'd have to leave in 2 weeks. So we were thinking." "No." The word came out before Mom could finish her encouraging nod. "Sarah, be reasonable," Mom started. "Your sister just shared some wonderful news, and accidents happen. The dress can be cleaned. The boutique already told me any harsh cleaning would ruin the beadwork." I cut in. "They were very specific about it." "Then this is perfect." Mom clapped her hands. "Amanda can wear it on Saturday instead. She's always looked better in white anyway. And you can get another dress for when you and Michael reschedule." The room went silent. I looked at my mother, really looked at her, and saw no trace of irony in her expression. She was serious. "Reschedule my wedding so Amanda can wear my ruined dress?" "Don't be selfish, Sarah. Your sister has a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and let's be honest. She's got the figure for this dress. You had to have it taken out twice. The alterations had been necessary because I'd lost weight from stress. Stress caused by mysterious things going wrong with my wedding preparations every time Amanda was around. The missing veil. The mix-up with the flower orders. The venue suddenly calling to verify a cancellation I never requested. "I need some air," I said, pulling out my phone. "And Mom, you might want to check Amanda's phone, specifically her text to Kevin from last night." Amanda's face went white. "I deleted those." "You deleted them from your phone," I corrected her. "Not from the cloud backup you set up on my laptop when you borrowed it last month." I walked out, already dialing my fiancé, Michael. Behind me, I heard Mom's confused questions and Amanda's stammering attempts at explanation. Michael answered on the first ring. Hey, beautiful. How did the final fitting go? Amanda spilled wine on my dress. Mom wants me to give it to her and reschedule our wedding. The silence on his end was deadly. Michael had grown up with a manipulative sister too. It was one of the things that had initially bonded us. He understood exactly what was happening. The cameras caught it? Everything, including her performance afterward. I'm coming to get you. Don't let them touch the dress or your phone. I heard Mom's heels clicking on the hardwood floor, coming toward me. Sarah, honey, you're being dramatic. Amanda needs this. Her engagement should be special. I turned to face her. Special like sabotaging my wedding? Special like texting Kevin to propose right before my final fitting? That kind of special. What are you talking about? I pulled up the screenshots I'd taken. Last night, 9:47 p.m. Amanda to Kevin. Do it tonight. Sarah's dress fitting is tomorrow. Perfect timing. Kevin to Amanda. Babe, this feels wrong. Amanda to Kevin. Trust me, it'll work. Mom always fixes things for me. The color drained from Mom's face. Those could be about anything. 10:15 p.m. Amanda to Kevin. Got the wine ready. Mom will make her give me the dress once it's ruined. She always takes my side. I looked at my mother. Want to see the rest? Amanda appeared behind Mom, tears flowing perfectly on cue. It's not what it looks like. Kevin and I really are engaged. We really do have to leave in 2 weeks. Oh, I know, I replied calmly. I called Kevin's company this morning. Interesting thing, there is no Europe position. He didn't even request a transfer. The front door opened, and Michael walked in. One look at his face silenced both Mom and Amanda. The dress is being taken to my mom's house, he announced. Sarah's staying there until the wedding. And Amanda? He held up his phone. Kevin would like to talk to you about those texts you sent him. The ones where you promised his boss would create a fake transfer if he played along. Amanda crumpled to the floor in tears. I just wanted what Sarah has. She always gets everything first. Gets everything. I laughed incredulously. You mean like Mom's approval? The down payment she gave you for your car? The college fund she drained for your failed business venture? Girls, please. Mom tried to intervene. We can work this out. Sarah, your sister made a mistake, but family forgives. You're right, I agreed. Family should forgive. But first, there need to be consequences and truth. I turned to Amanda. You have 2 choices. Either admit to everything, the sabotage, the manipulation, the lies about Kevin's job, or I take these texts and the security footage to Kevin's boss. I'm sure he'd be interested to know you tried to involve his company in fraud. You wouldn't, she gasped. Try me. Oh, and Mom? The boutique has insurance for damaged dresses. They require a police report and security footage. Guess what I have? Mom's face hardened. You really hurt your sister like this? Over a dress? No, over years of manipulation that you enabled. Over every time you made excuses for her behavior. Over every time you made me feel less than her. Michael was already carefully packing my dress into its garment bag. The boutique's waiting for us. They're calling their lawyer about pressing charges for intentional damage to merchandise. Charges. Mom's voice rose. Sarah, stop this. Tell them it was an accident. I pulled up the security footage on my phone. Amanda's face filled the screen as she carefully poured wine on my dress, checked her appearance in the mirror, and then pretended to trip. Does this look like an accident? The room fell silent, except for Amanda's sobs, which, for once, weren't performance art. Here's what's going to happen, I said calmly. I'm taking my dress. I'm getting married on Saturday, as planned. Amanda, you're going to tell Kevin the truth about everything. Mom, you're going to stop enabling this behavior. If either of you tries to interfere with my wedding again, these texts and videos go public. You destroy your sister's reputation, Mom demanded. No, she destroyed it herself. I'm just not covering it up anymore. As Michael and I left with my dress, I heard Mom consoling Amanda. Don't worry, sweetie. We'll fix this somehow. Some things never change. But as I got into Michael's car, I realized something had changed. Me. I was done being the reasonable one, the understanding one, the one who gave in to keep the peace. My phone buzzed with a text from Kevin. Sarah, I'm so sorry. Amanda told me it was a surprise party plan. I never knew. I'm calling off the engagement. Another buzz. The boutique. Security footage received. Police report being filed. Replacement dress available tomorrow if needed. And finally, a text from my future mother-in-law. Your room's ready, honey. And I've got a bottle of wine we can use to toast, properly, not on your dress. I looked at Michael as he drove, his jaw set in that way that meant he was protecting someone he loved. Still want to marry into my crazy family. He reached for my hand. I'm marrying you, not them. And after Saturday, they'll have to deal with both of us standing up to their manipulation. The sun was setting as we drove away from my childhood home, where I could still see Mom's silhouette consoling Amanda in the window. Let them plot and plan. I had truth, evidence, and finally, the strength to use both. Sometimes, a ruined wedding dress reveals more than just wine stains. Sometimes, it shows you exactly who people are, and more importantly, who you've become. The next morning, I woke up in my future mother-in-law, Diana's guest room to a barrage of notifications. Amanda had been busy overnight, crafting a social media narrative that cast her as the heartbroken sister whose jealous sibling had twisted an accident to destroy her engagement. Your sister's quite the storyteller, Diana remarked, handing me coffee. A former prosecutor, she had that same sharp look Michael got when analyzing a situation. But she made one crucial mistake. What's that? She went live on Instagram while crying about the incident. The reflection in her mirror showed her reading from a script. I pulled up the video. Sure enough, in the mirror behind Amanda's tearful performance, you could clearly see her holding note cards. The comments were already pointing it out. My phone rang. It was Elizabeth, the boutique owner. Sarah, we've reviewed the security footage. This wasn't just an accident. It was premeditated damage to an $8,000 dress. We're pressing charges, but there's something else you should know. What is it? Your sister came in last week, asking about our insurance policies and return procedures. We have that on camera too. I closed my eyes, the pieces falling into place. She was planning this all along. Yes, and she asked specifically about our replacement policies. The thing is, we had a nearly identical dress ordered by another bride who canceled. It's your size, and we can have it ready by tomorrow. How much? Given the circumstances and the pending criminal charges? No charge. We protect our brides here. After hanging up, I found several messages from Kevin. Sarah, I'm so sorry. I had no idea how deep this went. A man has been lying about everything. There was never a job in Europe. She told me you'd be happy to give us your wedding date since you were having doubts anyway. I found more texts on her phone. You need to see these. The screenshots Kevin sent made my blood run cold. Amanda had been planning this for months. The missing veil? She'd hidden it to test if she could blame wedding stress for my reactions. The venue cancellation confusion? She'd impersonated me on the phone. Every accident had been calculated. Diana read over my shoulder, her prosecutor's instincts kicking in. This is beyond family drama, Sarah. This is criminal behavior. I know, I sighed. But she's still my sister. A sister who tried to steal your wedding through fraud and manipulation. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Before I could answer, my phone buzzed with a group message from Mom. Family meeting. Tonight. We need to discuss this like adults. Amanda's heartbroken, and we need to find a solution that works for everyone. Diana snorted. Translation. We need to find a way to give Amanda what she wants. I typed back. Can't make it. Meeting with the boutique's lawyers. Mom's response was immediate. Why are you being so difficult? Amanda made a mistake. She's your sister. A mistake is tripping. Planning for months to ruin my wedding is a choice. Michael walked in, his face grim. Your cousin just called. Apparently, Amanda and your mom are at the venue now, trying to convince them the wedding is being reorganized with Amanda as the bride. I was already dialing the venue manager, Jack. Don't worry, he said before I could speak. We've dealt with this kind of situation before. Your mother and sister have been escorted out and banned from the property until the wedding. We have their attempts to change the contract on camera. More evidence. More proof of premeditation. My phone kept buzzing. Flying monkeys activated by Amanda's social media posts. Family members choosing sides. Childhood friends asking what really happened. But amid the chaos came unexpected support. Your sister pulled this same stunt at my baby shower last year. Time someone stood up to her. Cousin Emma. Remember when she accidentally spilled coffee on my prom dress after I was voted queen instead of her? Pattern much? High school friend Lisa. She tried to take over my wedding too. Glad someone finally has proof. Our former neighbor's daughter. Diana was cataloging everything with legal precision. Each of these incidents shows a pattern of behavior, combined with the security footage and texts. I don't want to press charges, I interrupted. I just want my wedding day. Sometimes, Michael said quietly, the kindest thing you can do for someone is let them face consequences. As if on cue, the doorbell rang. Amanda stood there, makeup perfectly smeared for maximum sympathy effect. Sarah, please. She began her performance. You have to understand. No, you need to understand. I cut her off. Every accident is on camera. Every text is saved. Every call is logged. It's over, Amanda. Mom always said you were jealous of me. She snapped, mask slipping. Always trying to steal attention with your achievements, while I was the pretty one, the social one, the manipulative one. I corrected. The one who never learned that actions have consequences. You're really going to choose a dress over your sister? No, I'm choosing truth over manipulation, respect over sabotage, love over lies. She laughed bitterly. Love? Please. Michael only proposed because Kevin turned me down first. The silence was deafening. Michael stepped forward, phone in hand. Want to explain these texts from last year, Amanda? The ones where you tried to convince me to leave Sarah for you. Her face went white. Those were jokes. Everyone knew I was just teasing. Like you were joking about ruining the dress, about faking the York job, about trying to steal the venue. From inside, Diana called out, "Security cameras are running, Amanda. Think carefully about what you say next." Amanda's pretty face contorted with rage. "You think you've won? That your perfect little wedding will go ahead? Watch me." As she stormed off, Michael turned to me. "I think it's time to accept Diana's suggestion about private security for the wedding." My phone buzzed again. Kevin, sending more screenshots. "Amanda, if I can't have the perfect wedding, neither can she." "Mom, don't worry, sweetie. I've got a plan. Sarah will give in. She always does." I looked at Michael, then Diana. "You're right. Time for consequences." The next few hours were a blur of activity. Diana activated her legal network. The boutique filed their police report. Kevin provided a sworn statement about Amanda's manipulation and fraud attempts. The venue added security and documented the attempted contract interference. By evening, Amanda's social media narrative was crumbling. Too many people had come forward with similar stories, and too much evidence had emerged. Even Mom's attempts at damage control backfired when she accidentally posted in a family group chat instead of her private one with Amanda. "Just keep crying on camera. Sarah hates public scenes. She'll give in to stop the embarrassment." But I wasn't giving in. Not anymore. I sat in Diana's living room, surrounded by love instead of manipulation, support instead of sabotage, as we finalized the wedding security plans. My phone buzzed one last time. A message from Dad, who'd been silent until now. "I've seen the evidence. Your mother and sister are no longer welcome to walk you down the aisle. I'll be there alone, proud to support a daughter strong enough to stand up for herself." Sometimes a ruined wedding dress reveals family patterns that needed exposing, and sometimes it gives you the strength to break those patterns once and for all. The replacement dress would arrive tomorrow. The venue was secure. The truth was out. For the first time since this started, I smiled. "Ready for this?" Michael squeezed my hand. "Ready to stand beside you through anything." Diana raised her wine glass, properly, nowhere near any dresses. To truth, consequences, and real love. As we toasted, I saw Amanda's car drive past the house again, but this time I felt no anxiety. Let her plot and scheme. The truth had finally set me free. The day before my wedding dawned with an eerie calm. The replacement dress hung pristinely in Diana's spare room, security cameras monitoring every entrance of the house. My phone had been quiet since last night. Too quiet, given Amanda's history. "This is usually when she makes her big play," I told Michael over breakfast. "When everything seems calm." "That's why we're ready," he assured me, pulling up the security app that monitored both Diana's house and the venue. Every entrance, every angle, everything recorded. Diana entered with her laptop. "You need to see this. Amanda just posted a video." The screen showed my sister, looking perfectly disheveled in designer pajamas, her eyes red from what I assumed were carefully applied drops. "I have to tell the truth," she began, her voice trembling. "About my sister's wedding." I tensed, waiting for more lies, but what came next shocked even me. "I did it all," Amanda confessed, tears flowing. "The dress, the venue, everything. Because I couldn't stand that Sarah was getting her perfect day first. But now I realize I need help. My therapist says I have to take responsibility." "Therapist?" I scoffed. "She doesn't have a." Diana held up a hand. "Keep watching." "So I'm admitting everything," Amanda continued. "I'm getting help. And Sarah, I'm so sorry. You deserve your perfect day. I won't be there to ruin it. I'm checking into a treatment facility today." The video ended with Amanda looking soulfully into the camera, a brochure for an exclusive mental health resort visible on her desk. "Well," Diana said dryly, "that's a new approach." My phone buzzed. "Mom calling." Against my better judgment, I answered. "See?" she said immediately. "Your sister is trying to make things right. She's getting help. Now you can drop all these horrible legal threats and have her at your wedding. She's family." "Mom, there's no treatment facility. That brochure in her video is from a luxury spa resort, the same one she tried to book for her fake honeymoon. How dare you? Your sister is sick. She needs support, not accusations." Diana took the phone. "Karen, as a former prosecutor, let me explain something. Faking mental health treatment to avoid consequences is fraud. Adding that to the existing charges." Mom hung up. Michael's phone chimed with a text from Kevin. "Amanda just tried to book a spa weekend using my credit card. She's not checking into any facility." I should have felt angry, but instead, I felt oddly calm. She's running out of plays. "Not quite," Michael said grimly, showing me his screen. Amanda had posted again. This time, a screenshot of a supposed text conversation with me from months ago, where I admitted to stealing Kevin from her. "Check the metadata," Diana suggested. Michael tapped a few buttons. "Created last night." She faked the whole conversation. "Add digital fraud to the list," Diana muttered, typing on her laptop. My phone buzzed again. It was the venue manager, Jack. "Sarah, your mother and sister just tried to get in claiming to be part of the flower delivery team. We've updated security accordingly." As if this triggered something, notifications started pouring in. The caterer, Amanda tried to change the menu. The DJ, someone impersonating me tried to cancel. The photographer, a woman matching Amanda's description, attempted to access our online gallery. Each attempt was documented, recorded, prevented. My sister's desperate plays were falling apart in real time. Then came a text from Dad. "Your sister just showed up at my house with a suitcase, claiming you physically threatened her. I showed her my security cameras and suggested she leave before I call the police." I sat down heavily. "She's spiraling." "No," Michael corrected. "She's facing consequences for the first time, and she doesn't know how to handle it." Diana's phone rang, her contact at the police department. She listened for a moment, her expression darkening. "They just picked Amanda up at the boutique. She tried to buy a dress using a credit card in your name." "Identity theft," I whispered. "She's actually committing crimes now." "Now?" Diana raised an eyebrow. "Honey, she's been committing crimes. We're just finally documenting them." My phone lit up with a call from an unknown number. Amanda's voice came through, shaking. "They're charging me with credit card fraud. You have to help me." "No, Amanda, I don't. But I'm your sister, and I apologized. I made the video." "You made a fake apology video to avoid consequences, then immediately committed more fraud. Mom always said you were heartless," she spat, mask slipping again. "Too focused on your precious career to care about family. Well, guess what? I got one last play. And this time, you can't stop me." She hung up before I could respond. What did she mean? Michael wondered. We found out 20 minutes later when Mom called, hysterical. "Amanda's in the hospital. She took pills. Are you happy now, Sarah? Your perfect wedding nearly killed your sister." Diana was already on the phone with her police contact. After a brief conversation, she turned to us. Amanda's fine. The hospital confirmed it was aspirin, not enough to do any damage. She called 911 on herself and made sure to tell everyone it was because of wedding stress. That's her last play. I realized. She's trying to make me look like I drove her to attempt suicide. Except, Michael added, pulling up his phone, she texted Kevin an hour ago. Watch this. Sarah will have to let me come to the wedding now. No one can keep out a sister who nearly died from the stress. The manipulation was so blatant, so desperate, that it almost seemed sad. Almost. Mom called again. The doctor says Amanda needs family support. You have to let her come tomorrow. She's sorry for everything. Mom, I said firmly, Amanda faked a suicide attempt to manipulate me. That's not being sorry. That's being dangerous. She's sick. Yes, she is, but not in the way you're enabling. She needs real help, not another chance to manipulate people. There was a long pause. If you don't let her come to the wedding, I won't come either. Okay. What? I said okay, don't come. Support Amanda in her latest manipulation. But understand this, if you choose this, if you enable this, you're choosing to not be part of my life going forward. For the first time in my life, my mother had no immediate response. Think about it, I continued. Really think about what you're teaching her, what you've always taught her. That manipulation works. That consequences don't apply. That she can fake a suicide attempt and be rewarded for it. I need to go check on your sister. After she hung up, Diana looked at me proudly. You know what the hardest part of being a prosecutor was? Watching parents enable their children's crimes because they couldn't face the truth. Michael hugged me as I finally let the tears come. You did the right thing. I know, I whispered, but it still hurts. My phone buzzed one last time. A message from Dad. Just heard about Amanda's latest stunt. I've hired a real therapist who specializes in manipulation and attention-seeking behaviors. It's time she got actual help, not more enabling. I'm still walking you down the aisle tomorrow, proud of the strong woman you've become. Outside, the sun was setting on the day before my wedding. Amanda was in the hospital, Mom was enabling, and years of family dynamics were crumbling. But for the first time, the truth was winning over manipulation. Sometimes, that's the best wedding gift of all. My wedding day arrived with unexpected peace. The replacement dress fit perfectly, the venue security was tight, and the morning sun streamed through Diana's windows as I prepared to marry Michael. Dad arrived early, his eyes misting as he saw me in my dress. Your mother called, he said quietly. She's staying at the hospital with Amanda. There. He hesitated. They're doing a social media live stream about family trauma and forgiveness. I checked my phone. Sure enough, Amanda was in her hospital bed, Mom beside her, both performing for their audience. The comments were not what they expected. Didn't you fake the suicide attempt? The texts are all over Twitter. Using mental health as manipulation is disgusting. Let your sister have her wedding day. The tide had turned. Truth had won. Ready? Dad offered his arm. The ceremony was everything I dreamed. Better, because it was real. No manipulation, no drama, just love and honesty. Michael's vows made me cry, especially when he promised to stand with you in truth, no matter how hard it gets. During the reception, Kevin appeared briefly to deliver a wedding gift, a formal statement to the police about Amanda's manipulation and fraud, complete with texts and recordings. She needs real help, he said, not more chances to hurt people. Diana caught the bouquet, making everyone laugh. Don't worry, she winked. I'll keep it safe from wine stains. As Michael and I prepared to leave for our honeymoon, my phone buzzed one last time. A message from Mom. Amanda's being transferred to a real psychiatric facility. Her doctor saw her live stream and reported her for factitious disorder. I might have been wrong about everything. I'm sorry. Dad read the message over my shoulder. First real apology she's ever made. Yeah, I smiled. Maybe there's hope. 2 weeks later, returning from our honeymoon, we learned the full story. Amanda's hospital live stream had backfired spectacularly when real mental health professionals viewed it. She'd been diagnosed with several personality disorders and was getting actual help, not spa treatments. Mom had joined a support group for parents of adult children with manipulation issues. She wasn't perfect, but she was trying. The enabler was finally facing her own role in the drama. My ruined wedding dress now hung in the boutique, part of an exhibition about overcoming family manipulation. The story had gone viral, helping other brides stand up to toxic family dynamics. Yesterday, I received a letter from Amanda's therapist, a real one this time. Amanda was doing the work, facing her issues. She'd asked if I would consider joining a family therapy session, not to reconcile immediately, but to understand and heal. What do you think? Michael asked as I showed him the letter. I think truth and consequences finally got through. And maybe, just maybe, that's the best wedding gift we could have received. The security cameras still record in our new home. Not from fear now, but as a reminder that truth always comes to light, even if it takes a ruined wedding dress to reveal it.